Good morning, Mr. Kookaburra. How'd you like Macca's steak yesterday? Macca, would you like to tell them the story of this Kookaburra?
Well, I was just sitting down there having my steak sandwich. I cooked up a nice steak sandwich for Jim and myself, and it was really nice. I just took a mouthful. There was a piece of steak hanging out of the end of the bread, and next thing, I wondered what the hell had come through. I thought it was a B-52 bomber coming in. It was this bloody Kookaburra.
He's calling you a bloody Kookaburra.
With half a Scotch fillet in his mouth.
And what do you reckon, boy? He's a good little boy, isn't he?
He's sitting and waiting. I think he's had that done to him before.
What's the weather report going to be for today and tomorrow, Macca?
Here we are, I've just found it. What do we want here? We want the Murray. Oh, here we go. Mainly fine ahead of a band of rain extending to the southwest during the evening. That sounds good. Cool to mild with freshening northwest winds ahead of a colder, squally, strong southwest change in the southwest Murraylands. Late evening. Outlook for tomorrow. Scattered showers, isolated thunder and small hail in the Murraylands during the morning. Cool with fresh southwest winds easing later in the day. Well,
Wow.
doesn't sound good.
Nothing out of the ordinary for us, is it, mate?
No.
And feel free to move around the vessel. There's no requirement to remain in the same seat or even the same area. So if you'd like to look at things from a different perspective, there is the upstairs deck. That's accessible through the rear door, a ladder going up off the rear deck there. But there's also out in the foredeck or in behind the glass down the bottom here.
If you haven't already worked it out, we're just taking a little boat ride out of Renmark called the River Rambler.
If you have a look at this koala, just blowing your ears, a couple of horn blasts coming up again. And just nose right into the reeds beside where he is. Should already get a good view of him then. Okay, now it's just in the tree to the right of where the willows are here, the little thin, creamy or light grey gum tree that's on a bit of a slope. Okay, we'll go back and get out of it. I won't give the 3 blast on the horn because that's going to scare him, so I hope there's no one coming. Whistling sound that we heard just a little while ago, that's the whistling kite. He's sitting right on top of a dead tree over there on the left in front of us as well. That's the sound the whistling kite makes, and hence the name. Very common bird of prey along the river, really. And there's been 2 or 3 little flying rounds we've been travelling along this afternoon already.
my food recommendation for this trip is to go on one of these cruises and have some scone with jam and cream. Bloody beautiful.
Suddenly round the left, no nice gentle curve leading into it. So in summertime, or sorry, in high flow time, when the water comes off the willows on the left there, hits the cliffs on the right, and bounces off in the wrong direction, it has to turn 270 degrees back on itself again to go back downstream. So we get big whirlpools here. We'll scout out a hole 24 metres deep in the middle of the river. Even now we're at 19 metres, but it's getting shallow pretty quickly again. Comes back to the cliffs about a kilometre up to our right, and the next headland you'll see coming into view as we come out from behind these willows. But that's what it does all the way from here up to the border. So it really is a very special stretch of river to travel on. And all the dead trees, well, that's telling us this is an unusual big flood because the locking of the river looks very shallow, and there's usually lots of birds. A few cormorants here close to us, those pelicans and swoons running distance, some walkings up the distance, quite a few up in the corner by the look of it. Probably be swoons and pelicans up there as well. But this is where we turn around. This is as far as we go, so Tim will blast on the horn as we head back downstream again. As we do turn around to get a lovely view of the cliffs back on the left again, just a bit of the sun's gone behind the clouds, not highlighting the colours, but even so, you still get a pretty good view of them. A lot quicker to go by paddle steam than it was to go by bullock wagon, and certainly a lot smoother. But the paddle steamers still did have a disadvantage. They could only travel for part of the year, because there simply wasn't enough water in this river all year round to make it viable for them to travel for the whole year. As I said before, the water would sometimes split across the floodplains, then back into the centre of the creek, of the river rather, as a series of pools not even flowing at all. And the paddle steamers would find themselves tied up at their wharf sometimes for quite a few months each year, just waiting for more water to come down again. So to overcome that problem, an engineer was employed to come up with a plan for a series of weirs with locks in them. And that original plan contained 35 weirs and locks. But by the time the government got around to building them, the paddle steamer trade was dying anyway, being replaced by the railways. So we never had the need to have those 35 completed, and we finished up with just 13 of them. Those 13 then built more to give us a regular supply of water for irrigation rather than for navigation. So this body of water here never gets any lower than it is now. It's all controlled by Weir Rock 5 downstream from Renmark over at Paringa. If the flow drops off after a dry period in the eastern states, which is where all the water comes from for the river, they simply put a few more boards in the weir. Stops much water going over it. And if the flow increases after a wet period over there, they take a few boards out and let some more go through. And so they can keep this level pretty consistent.
Last night, a lot of wind. It's still fairly windy today, but at least there's only a couple of clouds, a couple little fluffy clouds. Sun's out, and everything in the boat's starting to dry out. Mac is a bit disappointed. He got water in his tent last night. Yeah. On our way from Loxton this morning, just past U.H.F. I don't know how you pronounce that, P-Y-A-P. And we're heading north, which is surprising. Fairly cool still today, fairly cold day today. And the wind's got a bit of a chill in it. Jim's got our big Lower Murray flag up there, they're flying that. And we're just puttering along here doing a bit of a... We got away this morning and we did a fair stretch of about 30 kilometres an hour, so... And it was a nice little stretch along here, so I thought I'd slow down and have a bit of a look, see what the go is. There you are, Jack. Too much scenery is never enough, is it, mate? Just coming around Meakin's Bend or Windmill Bend. We're going in a straight line for about 4 or 5 k's, and now we go into the straight section here, which is called, on the map, it's called the 7 Mile Reach. So obviously it goes in a fairly straight line for 7 miles. At least the wind will be on our side rather than on our nose. Might not push up this tarp so much, making it a bit uncomfortable pushing the old tarp up. And we might be able to get into the shadow of the trees over here in the wind, and yeah, wind's causing a bit of problem today. Just about had white caps on the Murray down there, Kev. Yeah, going along quite slowly. Just started to get the crackle from Jim, so he's obviously broken camp and is now proceeding along up to Marook. Here we go, it's called the 7 Mile Reach. Just going through Marook. There's a dark cloud up there with my name on it. Got a few campers here. And that's where we come from down there. Only a little place. It's a good place to stop and camp here. Got a double wheeler. He's got a wheel on both sides. He's got a wheel on this side and a wheel on the other side. He's got 2 rudders too. Sort of a double wheeler, that one. Coming up to the big bridge between Waikerie and Barmera, and it's very windy. A lot of dead trees out there in one of the back lagoons. We come along here. There's the highway is just over there, and it runs up on there, and we have to go under the bridge just over here. Whitecaps here today in the River Murray. Very good. Going through the navigation channel under the big bridge. Built a special navigation path for us boaties to go through. It's a bit too shallow over there apparently. There's a caravan going across. Oh dear, and it's a lot calmer in here, and now the sun's out, it's a little bit warmer. The little paddle steamer, the Incredible. Parked just under the just on from the bridge. Starting to get a bit residential here. Good place to sit and read the paper, Jack, wouldn't it, eh? Very, very nice here. 156,000, Jim? I don't think so. I don't think so. just down from the big creek there. Coming down into a little community here called Kingston on Murray. And Jim's having a bit of trouble finding a campsite that's not boggy tonight, so we're going to book ourselves into the caravan park and continue on in the morning. The caravan park just way down there. There's a little boat ramp there, but we might not use that one. We might use the town boat ramp, which is further on around. Jim says he's in town now, driving around looking for me, so we'll have to see how we go on that. How are we doing on the internet, Jim?
Pretty good. Bit slow, this little aerial here. Just getting through that little aerial there.
And we've got a bit of stuff happening here.
Yeah, it's a bit slow at the moment. There it is. Oops.
But we've had
Sorry, the page you requested was not found. Oops.
Oh, doesn't say actually oops, does it?
Oops.
Good morning. Had tea at the Cobgobbler pub last night. We've got a windmill up here. Just going around the corner here. This is Overland Corner. Little sign up there saying Overland Corner. We've got a few penguins over there. A few penguins sitting on the foreshore over there. And we turn around a corner. It's quite a significant corner on our trip because we leave the what is commonly called the Riverland area, and we go into the more of the meandering floodplains. What do we got there? The Overland Corner Hotel is up there. And that's where Jim was actually thinking of spending last night, but it was a bit exposed. So we stopped the night in Loxton? No. Kingston on Murray caravan park we spent last night. There's a couple of big things up there. Yes, all very good, all very good, all very well. Had to give the lockmaster at Lock 3, I had to give him a couple of blasts on the horns this morning. I think he was sleeping in. He doesn't realise it or not, but as I was heading out of the lock, there's two bloody great, the biggest houseboats I've ever seen. If they were any bigger, you'd have to get planning permission from the local council as you move the houseboat. Yeah, they were heading up to Lock 3, so all I can say is the man at Lock 3's got his hands full this morning. We're going to continue on to, we got some bloody great cliffs up there. We're going to continue on to Bakery morning. It looks a fairly boring stretch on our little Bible here. We got the Murray River Pilot, Goolwa to South Australian border and Lower Lakes. We're up here at the moment. See, hey, that looks like we're driving west, Macca. We're driving west, mate. See, we're going up here, and that's this point here on the map. And also, I've got more maps. I've got more maps than Sturt, eh? See, we've got our little map here, Overland Corner's up there. And because I'm filming, we're going all over the bloody place. There you are, Jack. Oh, Jack Galvin, eh? Too much scenery, TP, he says, is never enough. Got a little place up there for you, Jack, Overland Corner. Murray, they got a little, you see that? You see that there? You see that? Little table and chair set up out there so they can watch the passing river track. It's quite exciting with some of these houseboats going through. Oh, they're big. They're big. Yeah, bigger than Ben-Hur. And you've got a lot of those little white things up in the tree. They're not leaves, they're corellas. They make a lovely sound early in the morning. See them up there? See them up there in the tree, the white things? They make a lovely screeching sound early in the morning. And we got a man up there standing in front of the penguin. He's dry reaching into the water. Oh no, he's just reaching into the water. Yeah, he was camped there last night. He probably thought, well, we'll stop at Overland Corner tonight. The place might be jumping. Yeah, the Cobb Doppler pub was jumping last night. I had prawns, Macca had the roast of the day. Macca and Jim had the roast of the day, And I'll give you a strong tip, Sue. You won't see this on the video, and Jim won't tell you, but he had a couple of tin cans last night. Oh, I don't know about he took it, Sue. I don't know about he took it. And there's some pretty great big cliffs up there. They're fairly eroded, though. They're going quite well up there, don't they, Jack? The eroded cliffs. Yeah, don't look much on the what do we got here? The Murray River Pallant. The section here to Waikery doesn't look all that flash, but I reckon it'll be alright. I'll show you a bit later on. We've got one of those. I learnt the name of those trees, Jack. They're called a black box tree. Because they got a black trunk on them, and they make boxes out of them. So there you go.
Trevor, are you at Lock 3 yet?
There's Jim. He wonders if I'm at Lock 3. Yeah, we'll talk to him in a minute. Yeah, I've been through Lock 3. I'm at Overland and going past. I'm just filming at the moment. Anything you want to say for the camera, mate?
Well, what do you think of Overland Corner? She's a big exposed there. The property was quite good for campers. It's by the old homestead at Overland, not the homestead, the hotel at Overland Corner, but not much good to the Trevor Explorer in Lollipop. Anyway, have a great trip and we'll see you in Waikery.
Corner. There we go. You didn't even see me lips move, did you? Wouldn't be a bad life, would it, Jack? Got some cliffs here now, Jack. There to look at. Coming along here, we got a nice house up there for you, mate. Haven't got a bad spot, have they, Digger? Have a look at this. That's not bad, is it? Got some big cliffs here on the other bank. Just a bit further down. And what do we got up here? It's the Acuna Amphibious. Beautiful old side wheeler. Have a look at that. It's out of Wiggly Flat. We must be near Wiggly Flat. Built built in 1875. The Acuna. She's got a bit of wood up there, Jim. Don't know whether they got their fire going yet, mate, though. Beautiful. Wiggly Flat Wharf, Acuna Station. Have a look at that. Isn't that bloody beautiful? She's a fine old vessel, this one. Got a little tinny over there. See the little tinny, Jack? You'd think that would be Dawn and Murray Walter, but it's not. Because there's no pontoons on the side. Dawn and Murray Walter like pontoons on their tinnies. Stops them from falling in the water. Yeah, they're fairly high. That's not bad, is it, Jack? Bloody beautiful, old Jack. Bloody beautiful. got them up ahead too. It's not bad, is it? We're just going to pass that tinny. Here he goes. He's going along quite happy today. I think he's trolling. Is he trolling? Yeah, he's got his little fishing rod out. And he's, his motor's stopped. How you going, mate? Yeah, we're right, we're just filming it. He lost something over the side, he's got a bucket hanging on the side. I don't know, perhaps it's his life jacket. Perhaps he's already lost his first passenger and now fishing for his second passenger. Had a good run today. Don't know about that cloud up there, but Wakery's not far down there. I got an al fresco sandwich here. Al fresco means there's no top on it. Tuna, John West, onion tomato in savoury sauce. The sun's finally come out, which is all good. I'm sitting there against the coming up to Wakery, tied up to old man emu willow tree here. Willow, as you know, is a bit of a blight on the mate. I'm trying to get rid of them. Not too successfully. They're not native and they take over. Willow, at a certain time of the year, they all drop their leaves in low water. Makes the yellow go, makes the River Murray water go grey or brown with all the tannin in it, with all the leaves. Just thought I'd stop here for a bite to eat. That's what I've got here. Woolworths Select. Can't bloody get away from them, can you? Balsamic vinegar peanuts. We'll have some of them. Already had my apple. I don't know about these waves coming up here. Then again, it is about a 10-mile stretch of water in a straight line going west. Still going west, Macca. There's the cliffs outside of Wakery. Now you can just see the silos of Wakery, and Wakery is just around that bend up there. So we'll be in Wakery in a minute. Little houseboat Murray Meanderer just pulling out there. And down here we've got the Murray River Queen. Jim said he was going to wait near the Murray River Queen walk, so we'll have to see whether he's there, eh? She's a fine looking craft, isn't she? I guess this would be Kevin. None.
Can you throw it at me?
You got it in front of you.
Oh. I'll put it around the tree and back.
That's how I always moor. Claire, can you give me another white one, the long one there?
On the back here?
Yeah, the one without the grain.
There, the blunt end.
This one?
Yep.
Yeah, where else in Australia?
Pretty good.
This is the sad part, putting this beer in. I don't know how this is going to turn out, but we'll find out. I left my recipe home, so I'm going on one of Jack Absalom's recipes. So if it doesn't work out, we'll blame Jack.
We're at Ramco Point tonight, and what have I got? Writing all this down. G'day Rex, how you going mate? You still watching, Digger? Rex watches these. Whole champignons and whiteys, baked beans with sausages. Unfortunately, you've got to have one of these, alright? And it comes up like this. You stick it in a bowl, you heat it up, and you stir it in a clockwise direction, and that's what we end up with. So there you are, Rex. You got Whitey's baked beans with little sausages. See them? Uno momento, bonito sausages, and some bloody champignons. All right, and it comes up a treat. It's all in tomato sauce. And after you're finished, you've got to have a bit of the Colgate Total. All right.
As long as they got golden brown on the top.
Let's see what happens.
Play it light.
Oh, sorry.
Oh! Ian Phillips would not be happy with this.
That's not bad. Good morning. Quite comfortable in here this morning. I sleep between the two seats. I've got a bit of wood on the bottom and I've got my swag on that. But it's time to get up in the morning and we'll get going, eh? Lordy. A little torch here. Quite warm. Beautiful morning this morning. I'll turn my light off. What I do in the morning is I just push all my bedding and that swag up there, and there's my wooden thing there, and I just unfold that. I push my swag up there, just scrumple it all up, because of the condensation in it, because of the water, because of the cold weather and the condensation. See all that folds up like that? And that just store up here. That's my big mozzie net. And this. It's a bit hard to do this with one hand, I hope you know. Here like this. All these ropes and that going here. It goes down there like that. And then we're ready to roll. We've got our feet back. Yes. This gets all wet from condensation. So we just push that up there. And that dries out during the day. I'll pull it back and sleep at night on that. And there we go, there's our little cabin. There's our radio. And we turn around, there's our gangway. We walk down there through the reeds up to camp. What's holding the boat at the moment is this pin, and I've got another pin at the other end on the shore. But there's water down there. And if we go through here, you'll see what it's all about. That's what it's all about, mate. Isn't that bloody beautiful? But see, we've got this here. We pull this down. We pull this down during the day. There you go. I've got it clipped here. And clipped here. Everything's got a place. Pull this down. this. We fold that up, and we're just about ready to run. The old outboard's still going good. Here's my chair, the back of my chair for my seat here. I'll fold that up, and we're ready to go in the morning. We've got our River Murray flag hanging there, and we've got had some visitors overnight. They're sitting up there. Pulled into the bank up there. Oop, having trouble focusing, but there they are there. And we come along to a beautiful River Murray sunrise. One of the pumping stations just down from where we were camped. Pumping the water up the cliff there. Beautiful, have a look at that. Isn't that bloody magnificent in the early morning light? Gypsy Ellen. That's a real paddle boat, that one. Got the there's your rear wheeler. Got the wheel at the back. Absolutely magnificent, eh? Just down from Cadell on our way into Morgan. Beautiful. This is where we go from heading west all the time to heading south, and this bend is just above Morgan on the River Murray. And that, my friends, is where it all begins. That's where the pipeline for Perry, Whyalla and Port Augusta, the big pipeline, that's the big pumping station. There we are, that's the original wharf here at Morgan. Used to be high to deal with the ever-changing levels of the river. Of course they don't need it that high these days because we regulate the river to a fair extent. We've got the Morgan Ferry just up here, just over there. And nice houses along here, eh? Have a look at that. Nice houses. And we just got to cross over the ferry. And third ferry, fourth ferry I think we crossed. Crossed another one at Cadell. Didn't even know there was one there, but had to cross him. It looks like there's Morgan Caravan Park up there. Either that or that's where they parked all the caravans when they're... oh yeah, of course, it's not a bloody caravan park, that's where they cross the ferry.
You're coming now, we're just around back.
There's Jim just having a bit of a talk on the radio. It's a bit difficult when I'm talking as well. So there's the Dowdy, there's the Nissan Dowdy driving up there.
There's a boat ramp here.
Up there somewhere. And didn't hear a bloody word he said, but never mind. Yeah, she's just pulled in up there, and there's a ferry going across there with a dirty, great big Origin truck on it. Have a look at that. So we'll stop here and have some lunch, eh? The man in the campsite next to us last night said it gets a bit residential from Morgan down, and we're looking at a few houseboats there, and it looks there's some nice houseboats here, but none of them seem to be moving or going anywhere. I'll just pan you around some of the others. It's not just them, you know, it's all these as well. Have a look at this. This must be where all the houseboats come to die. This might be like the elephant's graveyard here. Just thought I'd take you along the shack area, just down from Morgan. It's not bad, is it, mate? Oh, Jack, you'd have a good time in one of these houses, wouldn't you, Digger? They've got their own little wharf areas there. And they got the nice willows, and they got it all nice built up and all nicely landscaped. And they've even got their little chairs set up there over there. They got their chairs set up for a bit of afternoon delight. Have a look at it. That's not bloody bad, is it, man? Not bad at all. I just told Kev a minute ago, I reckon they're all built up here because it's a bit low lying, and they want to save their house if the river floods. Doesn't seem to be anyone home at all. These, I reckon they are all shacks. Tell you what. Not a bad shack, mate, not a bad shack. Not a bad shack for Jack there. That'd be a good little sleep out, wouldn't it, up in the tree up there? Be a good little spot. See, you got the little cage there, you can drop your yabby pot straight into the water. That's not bad, is it? And doesn't Kevin know when I'm filming, I'm not looking where I'm going. I'm not looking where I'm going when I'm filming, you know that. Still, the willows do look nice, don't they? Very peaceful.
Very nice girl. Well, the last place is Camp David. What's this one, Trev?
Smoke gets in your eyes.
She'll be alright, mate, in a minute. Give her time.
Good evening, Ed. How do you hear me tonight, mate?
Oh, I've got you, mate. But boy, you know, you better push the bike a bit harder.
This is VK5 KTP, VK5 KTP Portable 5, talking to VK5 EDM in Port Pirie. I give you 5 by 9, Ed. What are you going to give me?
Yeah, VK5, Echo Delta Mexico, just receiving VK5 Kilo Tango Papa Portable 5, mate. Are you on the rice burner?
Yes, I'm on the rice burner, mate. How do you go? Good morning. It's before dawn. Jim and Macca is just got up, and they've been having a bit of discussion. There's Kevin's boat over there. He's got his little kettle on his burner, and he's just heating up some water for some coffee. Heavy dew here this morning. And it's all quite good. As you can see, there's a bit of Bit of water on the side of the boat. And heavy dew. I'm stuck in amongst the reeds here. Been a good camp. On our way again this morning, got away at 8 o'clock. Beautiful camp last night. Beautiful fire. Didn't think there was much firewood when we first got there, but Macca scouted around and he found a few trees. There's a few dead trees up here. There's a bit of firewood here, I think. Yeah, the camp's all along here. Macca had to put the coin in a slot to get in though. They sort of, I think they want $10 a night to camp along here. There's a little self-service entry bay back there and we got in through that. Beautiful along here in the morning with the morning light. Yeah, had a good sleep last night. Had a couple of Baileys last night and I had a good sleep anyway. Other people reckon they heard someone sawing timber from my boat about 2 o'clock in the morning, but don't believe it, mate, don't believe it for 1 minute. I heard some sawing of timber coming from the shore. I don't know whether it was Jim or Macca, but someone was sawing timber about 5 o'clock this morning. There's Kev coming up behind. He's been doing well. There's our little swallows. We got our little escorts back again this morning. Kev caught a couple of shrimps in his net last night in his yabby pot. No yabbies, but he caught a couple of shrimps. We put that back in the water. Would have made good Murray cod bait, but I don't know whether there's any Murray cod down here in the main river. They're more in the backwaters. The backwaters of the Murray are a bit shallower and got a few snags and deep holes in them, but that's more conducive to the Murray cod. They don't get filtered around with all the houseboats and boats going up and down the main channel. But it's a beautiful drive along here in the morning. We've got the sun and the cliffs over this side, and the bush over there. Old Jack Galpin says, too much scenery, TP, is never enough. So there you are, Jack. We thought I'd do a bit of scenery along the River Murray. We're about 10k below Morgan. It's a bit residential there for a while, you saw, so it's good to have a bit of bushback. But apparently it gets residential in spots all the way down from now on in. There's a, what do they call that? A cormorant. I think we've got them in Syria. They're commonly called shags, aren't they, Jack? But, yeah, it's nice river red gums along here. Got the black box in the background, black box trees. That's those black ones with the spindly leaves. And the reeds. The reeds are good to camp at night because you can snuggle in there and the wind goes over the top of the boat. They're good. There we are, the Murray River Princess, just down from Blanchetown. Yeah, Murray River Princess. And she's quite a vessel, isn't it? Kev's here filming the Murray River Princess. And she's just going to go through the lock in a minute. Jim's waiting on the bridge just to film us. Makes quite a sight, doesn't she? She's a magnificent vessel. She's got 3 stories and the upper deck where the little man is walking along up now. See him out there walking along? You could be up there, Jack. The old Murray River Princess, eh? She's the life of the rich and famous on board there, mate. Just out of Blanchetown. And she's a beautiful vessel. There you are, Dave. That's what a real propeller looks like, mate. Look at the size of her, mate. Look at the size of her. She's a beautiful old vessel, isn't she, eh? Murray River Princess on the mighty River Murray near Blanchetown. How you doing? You stick with it, copper? You'd have a good time on there, Jack. G'day! How you doing? She's a beautiful vessel, isn't she? Murray River Princess. Just coming up to the bridge at Blanchetown. Jim's just in front of us here. And Jim's supposed to be on the bridge filming us. I think that's him up there. A good boat, the Murray River Princess. Quite a magnificent vessel, eh? She's going through the lock in about an hour's time, but we can't wait for that. We've got to go under this bridge and through the lock. Through our last lock on the Murray. Hey, Macca! Come this way, Copper, he says. Come this way. Oh, no! Can't have that. Keep her going. Hey, mate. I'll just hang on to the ladder down here.
Okay.
This is how we do it. Done a few now. Probably going to totally stuff it up now that I'm on camera, eh? Here we go.
Princess has just left. She's now heading down this way under the bridge.
Yeah, we scrape a bit in the front, but that's only the anchor. We don't mind putting a bit of paint off the anchor, do we? We sit old Lollipop in here. She went in with a bit of a thump. She shouldn't go in with a thump. She should go in with a whistle. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Not bad, big. How you going, Macca?
Yeah, good.
Here, grab the camera and shine it down on us for a second. She's running.
There we go.
We're down here at lock 1. This is the last lock, Macca. This is the last one.
That's it, yeah.
Yeah. And I'm getting a little bit sick of that radio, Macca.
Oh, yeah.
What I might do,
Turn her off.
I might turn her off.
She looks a bit blurry through here, mate.
Oh, you don't worry about that, Macca.
All right, then.
You got to point it at me, mate. That's the main thing.
Yeah, that's it, that's it. So you're holding the Murray Princess up.
Well,
She can't go through until you blokes have gone through.
You reckon?
First in, best dressed. I thought they'd put you in together, but no, not allowed to do that. So the boy was telling me.
Well, you'll have to wait.
Jim went up in the bridge.
We might actually putter around out there and wait for it to pop out.
Yeah.
Like a newborn baby.
She's on her way.
She's on her way.
Jim went up there to do the filming and he said, do you want to come up? And I said, oh, I'll wait down here. So,
Yeah, wait now. See, Cobber.
That's it, yeah. See them come in, make sure they get in.
How you doing, Dylan? You still watching, mate? Oh, Jack's falling asleep, I reckon. Jack, wake up, mate. Wake up. There's more coming. There's more coming.
I'll give the camera a bit of a bang.
Bit of a shake.
Yeah, so it wakes him
You
up.
awake now, Jack? Hey, Jack, the hat's been over in the water twice, mate, and I've got her back. Up around Lock 8, she started to go under. I had to have 2 goes at coming back. It just about drove the boat over the basket. She's still there, mate. She's still there.
We'll have to put a big fish hook through it.
I was thinking about putting a float on it, but I don't know. There's the Murray Princess coming out of the lock at Blanchetown. She's a magnificent sight, isn't it? Have a look at that stern wheel there, Jack. She's beautiful, isn't it, eh? Isn't that bloody magnificent? There's the little mosquito boats that assist the Murray Princess when she has to turn sharp corners and getting into the locks and out of the locks. They've got 2 little mosquito boats here running around. Have a bit of a hectic time in the wash sometimes, don't they, eh? Going along here, she's stopping and starting, she's getting a bit of a run up. There she is, she's opened up. There you are, Dave. She's got more wash coming out the back than your boat, mate. Have a look at that. There's the other mosquito boat going in. See, this one's just being tied up now. Little lady's getting off now. They're quite safe at the moment. Have a look at that, Jack. I'll just leave it on for a while. Have a look at that, isn't that bloody beautiful? Heading up towards Swan Ridge. I suppose you're getting sick of shots like this, but the fact is I can't do much else to help you, can I? I can't exactly get out and walk around the boat for you. Although, if I could, you know I would, alright? And also, I suppose by now you're sick of the sound of that outboard, but, well, I'm getting a little bit sick of it too, but there's nothing much I can do about it, eh? Just up from Swan Reach cliffs here. See the cockies actually use these cliffs to make their little home. Hello, cocky. Pretty boy. Hello.
Those washers for Jim. Just what he needs.
What are we doing stopped here, Kev?
Hey?
What are we doing stopped here?
Just putting a little bit of stuff in that you don't use, Trevor.
You mean fuel?
No, we're pumping the
Portaloo.
the waste. What is it? This is a waste disposal.
That's it.
We're pumping out the human effluent.
There's a bit of bullshit floating around here too.
No, look, see? Hose.
Good morning. It's before dawn up here. We're just down from Swan Reach at a little caravan park. Here's the River Murray. Kev's camped up there. Kev found it was a little bit shallow down there, so he's pulled up at the jetty. How you been going, Jim?
Pretty good, thank you.
Good.
What do you think of this spot at
I said it was down from Swan Reach.
It's Punnilaroo. Punnilaroo.
Punnilaroo.
Punnilaroo. That's how I pronounce it. P-U-N-Y-E.
Good spot, but it just had...
L-double-O.
It's a good spot, but just had a couple of points taken it off because I put some washing in last night, and there it is this morning. Still in some plastic bags.
Oh, you're not supposed to put it in the plastic bags, Jim.
No, I took out the plastic bags.
Anything you want to say to Sue, Jim, while you're...
No, Sue will be amazed that I've even tried to do some washing. Yes, oh well. Well, we're on the home run now.
Jim had a fire last night. The caravan park lady said, "Oh, we've only got one of these," and Jim said, "I'll have that." What's for breakfast, Macca? What's he having for breakfast?
Jim will have his Guardian, I reckon. I'm just making him a nice cup of tea at the moment.
I reckon he'll have his crumpet. There's some more. I got another packet of crumpets there.
You're a good man, Jim.
Oh, okay.
Off again this morning, past row upon row upon row of shacks. And there's quite a lot of shacks along here. As a matter of fact, there hasn't been a single break since our camp last night. But as you can see, it starts to get a little bit hard to find bush camps along here. So Jim's been going good so far, but we'll see how we go tonight near Mannum. Heading down to Mannum today. I think we'll be stopping in the Mannum caravan park, but we'll see how Jim goes finding a bush camp amongst all these houses. There's a lady out there sweeping her front veranda in the morning. As I said before, most of these places along here are shacks. There's the tree up there. 238 kilometre mark. And we've still got shacks. This is the cliffs at Big Bend, called Big Bend, just up from Nildotty. Just coming up on the Murray Princess again, just upstream from Nildotty. And she's got a kitchen running this morning. They're having bacon and eggs on the Murray River Queen today, the Murray Princess. Bacon and eggs, and that'll be having a few scones too, I should imagine. Scones are good on the Murray River Princess. Bloody beautiful. What's it like on the Murray Princess?
What have you been up to?
Oh, we're travelling around a bit. Good trip?
Yes, I know. Like the neighbours occasionally.
Good fishing? Nah. This is the Shack District, right at Walker's Flat on the Murray River. Kev Kevin is going along there quite well now. We're just coming up to the ferry, which is just down here, and Jim's actually waving to us from up on the bank up there. They're very pretty spot, very pretty. Let me see the back a bit.
I'll start the video. I thought you put the head out, I'll put the video on you again.
We've got more videos running here than Alfred Hitchcock used to run during the birds. There's Kevin blowing the whistle. He blew the whistle today. We let him blow the whistle. He likes to blow the whistle. It's a beautiful scene, isn't it?
Did you hear that? We saw that, that was on video. I can see you waving your hat. No, that's your flag.
Started to get into the reaches down here by the cliffs and that. He said the river seemed to run between the cliffs in the floodplain in the middle, and he said there were stretches of rivers. He was working in feet, and he said there were stretches of river where it was 400 feet wide, and the men could go anywhere he liked when they were rowing. So. And he said it was a good depth throughout, so we're looking here, we got 5.8 metres, quite regular. We've still got the up and down on the bottom. See that, Murray? See the bottom of the Murray actually going up and down with the ridges like the sand, like the ripples on a beach. Sand ripples going up and down. We're going south at the moment, just past Walker's Flat. Going south around a bend here, we're going around the bend there, and it's quite nice, quite nice. Yeah, certainly Journal reckon the river was bouncing around between the two banks and it was quite wide, and the floodplain, he said, was quite fertile, but up on the banks, he said it was quite infertile and looked as if it was almost desert, he said, up on the banks, but the Aboriginals and that were all in the floodplain here, and they reckon they were having a jolly good time, eating mussels and oysters and catching the birds and wallabies and that were grazing on the river flat here. And of course we don't need the river flat these days to graze. What we normally do is put bloody great houses and shacks on them. These officially are not houses, they're shacks, because they have to be able to withstand a rise in the water level. We're down from Walker's Flat, and talking to the man, he was coming up from Morgan. He was going up to Renmark in his little boat. He had a 15 horsepower on the back, Kev. He said he got a day's working out of 20 litres. So he was saying that he's saying, oh well, it gets a little bit suburban once you pass Morgan. Well, he's quite right, isn't he? Beautiful views, beautiful view. Have a look at the cliffs here. Because we're filming, we're actually going quite close to the cliffs here when we got 13.8 metres of water. Yeah, certainly got a lot of water. Got a little man over there. He's sitting on the jetty. He's going quite well. See him there? He's going quite well. And we're really, I said to Kevin and Claire a minute ago, we're really into houseboat country now. And little, well, when in Rome, you got to have the old compass, don't you? You got to have the old compass. There were two people that set up a little caravan park here, private property, trespassers prosecuted. You always see little unoccupied caravans on there, but yeah, a bit suburban, It's suburban. We got houseboats here. Matter of fact, there was one back further that actually dug into the bank and set the houseboat in, so that when the houseboat is parked, it looks just like a house. Beautiful country on the river flat there, Jack. The river flats between the two cliffs. Absolutely magnificent. One there, stuck in amongst the willows. Actually, even in the middle of summer, it'll be quite good parked in there. See that? Quite nice. Oh, even the little ones are nice. Even the little ones are nice. Yeah, it's all very good, eh? Yes, and when we come, sun hasn't really come out today yet. It's bloody cold. Got some oysters on some of my Loxton rolls. Very peaceful here. Just upstream from Bow Hill. Kev's gone ahead. I'm just sitting here having a bit of late dinner and enjoying the peace and quiet. It's beautiful. Beautiful. Hear the duck? Just coming down into Mannum, and we're going to camp here tonight. We've just heard from Jim. He's up the street shopping. So apparently he's got something picked out for us tonight, and we don't know what it is yet. Got the paddle steamer Marion moored here in Mannum. And look who you see when you haven't got a gun. Rin Tin Tin's finally in the water. Check me safety gear?
Oh yeah, 4 knots. 4 knots there or 4 knots in there?
All around 4 knots, Rebecca.
We won't go over that.
there's brown mints on board.
No, it's too much of a hurry to get her in the water.
Tim's got our campsite here worked out. And what do you reckon, Jim? Is there something wrong with this campsite or
There's
not?
got to be something wrong with it.
It's too good, you reckon?
Yeah, it must be mosquitoes here or snakes or something.
There's Kev filling up his fuel tank. How many litres today, Kev?
He's not counting.
He's still sluicing, still fit a bit more in. And Tintin finally in the water. There's old Lollipop up there. Snuggled away for the night. And if you have a look through the windscreen, you'll see there's a couple of little teddy bears looking through the windscreen. See them there? What do you got here, Jim?
Have a look.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Have a look at that. Jim caught a yabby in his net using an old miserable bit of carp.
Hey, no. Well, he's in
I
the
know
black
when
mud.
we was on there.
He's in the black mud, so.
He's in the black mud. You're going to have him with your steak tonight.
Yes.
Here's where we camp tonight. And Jim's, seeing as he got his first yabby, he's desperately now resetting his yabby pots, and he's going to set them back again. And we're snuck up here for the night, and we're going to have a good night here. We're there's a channel leading in from the coast in amongst the willows, and we're into a irrigation channel. But it's probably the nice quiet backwater they want.
That's what they said. They said if you want to catch yabbies,
Go
up the little backwaters.
Good morning. We're on our way this morning at 8 o'clock. Just left a good camp. I give it 9 out of 10, Jim. Good on ya. We're on our way to the end of the Murray today. We go to Wellington. We'll camp there the night and then we'll cross the lake. Beautiful cool morning here this morning. The sun come up fairly undramatically last night. The possums had a bit of a field day with our tents and that last night. There's crap all over the top of the boat and tents and cars and everything. We took up a point for that, didn't we, Jim? We took up a point for that. I think the clouds are going to burn off today, so it should be a nice warm day. I'm speaking more out of hope than knowledge though, and we'll see how we go. Down into my Pallant, just up from Murray Bridge. This plant that seems to be choking out is a form of willow. It's called the basket willow, and it's been lining the coast here for a few kilometres along here, but the bird life in it is fantastic. We've got a little waterfowl up there, see him in the black with the red crop on the top of his head. Yeah, the basket willow. Forms good little habitat. We've got little ducks flying around there. See that? We've got ducks going around there. We've got swans. And, we saw a whistling kite up amongst sitting in the dead branches of some trees like that above the basket willows. Must be a haven for wildlife in there because they can snuggle in there and hide away and put their nests in there and whatever. But they're not a very pretty bush at this time of the year. They've probably dropped all their leaves. But the normal willow is what they're trying to actually eliminate from the banks of the Murray. Pallant seems a very pretty place. We've still got the high bank. We'll lose them soon, I think. RPM.
You think I'll get up there?
And we just got the big bridge up there, and we got a nice houseboat over there. A nice riverboat. Look at that, eh? That's not bad, is it? There's the cars going across the bridge up there. The old telegraph line up there too, eh? There's the wharf area at Murray Bridge, and a little indicator there indicating the level of 1956 up on the pylon for the railway bridge there. Got another nice cattle steamer up here. That's not bad, is it, Jack? Isn't that bloody nice? Just saw a boat called the Gunbower, a houseboat. I was told to look out for up further up the river, and I finally saw it in Murray Bridge. And I had a bit of a talk to the chappie on it. He said he come down from Echuca about 12 months ago. Been working his way down, got down to Wellington, and he wanted to cross the lake. He told everyone he was going to cross the lake, but he was warned against it, and he didn't cross the lake. He spent a couple of weeks in Wellington, and I saw him back here. He was just tied up in Murray Bridge. He's making his way back up to Echuca, and he says, well, you know, if you have to wait a couple of weeks or a couple of months for the water, so be it. So he's making his way back to Echuca slowly. Yeah, good character, good character. He said there's not much misses out on boats going up and down the Murray. He said they know who's going where and who's doing what. He's heading back up to Echuca, and he said, how do you get past Mildura? And he said, oh, well, we wait for a flush of water to come down and we go up on that. And I told Kevin about it, and he said, oh, what a life. What a life. still coming along in Murray Bridge. A few little ducks swimming up there. Jim and Mac are just filling up Kevin's boat with fuel up here. And while they're doing that, I'm just puttering along here. How's it been going, Jim?
Hey, how are you?
All right, thank you.
Good. Lovely morning like this.
It's not bad, is it? There's Jim going over the Swanport Bridge. Say hello, Jim, I'm filming you. Yeah, mate, and it looks a beautiful sight, mate. There we go. Jim and Ian crossing the Swanport Bridge, which is now the main Highway 1 bridge that crosses the River Murray just downstream from Murray Bridge. Cars going over up there. Still quite cool today. The clouds haven't really burnt off like I expected them to. Like I said, I thought it was only wishful thinking. It's still rather cold and doesn't make things all that pleasant, but still, we're here, we're going along, and we're going under the Swanport Bridge. Quite a magnificent structure. Not like the bridge at Murray Bridge is steel, this one's concrete. Very nice. We've lost the hills on either side and we're now into more low-lying area. In fact, they've got little levee banks against the Murray here. See the dirty great big pipes going in? They've got levee banks on the Murray to hold it back. We're into the floodplain of the lower Murray now, which extends all the way to the lake. There's occasional rocky rises or something. There's Pallant Bend up ahead there on a little rocky rise there. But basically we've got a irrigation levee bank on either side now to hold the Murray back into its proper course and to stop it from flooding out. And it's all irrigation, all high intensity farming and irrigation area each side. And I was just telling Kev a minute ago that I can smell the irrigated area. Just past Pallant Bend on our way to Wellington, and what surprises me is looking at the depth. We've got 14 metres of water here. It's regularly going to 17 metres of water. So we've got more water here than the shaker stick out. It's 150, 200 metres wide. That's a lot of water, isn't it, eh? We're just coming along here. There's Pallant Bend up there, and there's Wellington down there. We're halfway in the middle. And we're just coming down. There's Kevin way in the distance down there. He's coming up behind us. And my lollipop's still running. The flags are still flying, mate. Look at that. Look at that. River flag still flying. Yes, yes. Jim presented me with that flag. You saw that on video, didn't you? At Lock 9. Lock 9. Come along slowly into Wellington. This is the last town on the River Murray. There's the Wellington ferry going across up there. And around that bend is where Lake Alexandrina starts. Macca just called us up on the radio and says he's booking us in at the caravan park. But he says we've got to park our boat in front of the pub. I don't know whether Macca had anything to do with that. Or he just wanted us close to the pub so he can get another footy starter pack. Here we are tied up for the night, courtesy of the Wellington pub, and there's the ferry going across just up there. That's the last ferry before the lake. Yeah, Clayton, Jim. I'll see you up there. Oh, it's that way. Oh, alright, I'll go that way. There's the ferry up there, which was keeping us awake all last night. Nice noisy ferry, that one. Well, we got away this morning quite early at 7:20. We're now going along the channel out of Wellington. We're going southwest, we're going up here, and there's the lake there, and we're going down this channel here. Still quite pretty, but it's very cold this morning, and we want to get across the lake before the sea breeze comes out or comes up around 9-10 o'clock. They're predicting there's the end of the River Murray up there in the distance. That hole in the reeds and trees is that's the start of the lake. Sturt, when he came down, was quite shocked, actually, the same as I am, of seeing the lake, having been in the confines of the river for 3 or 4 months. To get out into what is deemed open water was a bit frightening, and it's a little bit frightening for me as well. We've got Kevin coming up behind us. He's going to try and escort us across if we can make it. Just passing a beacon up there which guides us through the channel. I don't know about you, but this crossing of the lake scares the bejesus out of me. There's Point Commander. That's our last contact with the northern shore of Lake Alexandrina. And we turn the corner and you see by the horizon there we've got the lake in front of us. And we've got a little bit of chop. Point Commander, Lake Alexandrina. There's Mount Lofty up there. Pomerantz in the distance there, and there's Kevin coming up behind me. Very, very reassuring. Keep on coming, Kev. Keep on coming, mate. There's Kev behind us. Into the rising sun. And over there is Calder Roll Game Reserve, just up there. That's where I spent the night in the Dowdy last night on Eden ATM. We just come round. There's Point Macleay. Over there is Point Macleay. Over there is the ferry and shacks into Lake Albert. And up ahead of us you've got 2 little knobs of land. We're just about out in the middle of the lake now. That's Narung. And that little spot of land over there is the very first bit we see of Point Sturt. That's where we're actually heading. And we've got the lake out here. A little bit of chop on the lake today. but nothing worse than Pirry coming home from Second Creek into the sea breeze. A little bit lumpy. We're still doing 4,000 RPM. We're doing 36 kilometres an hour, and Kev says it's another 20 minutes before we get to Point Sturt. Point Sturt, we've got sheltered water all the way around to Goolwa. So we'll continue on. I'm not wearing my hat. You see, I'm not wearing my hat. I've already lost it twice on the Murray. You've got it back. I don't want to lose it on the lake. All right? And we're going up and down. Seem to be doing a bit of that, don't we? Just going adjacent to Point Macleay. That's Point Macleay over there. Coming along back there. Come round to the front of Old Lollipop. That's Point Sturt. That's what we've been heading for. That's Point Sturt. Pallant's way over there. Somewhere. Passed a fisherman a minute ago. He was out in the middle of the lake doing a bit of fishing. He had his nets out, and all the pelicans or penguins were out to get their feed of fish too. Bit calmer water now. Still very, very cold this morning. We're going southwest, Macca. There's our little map. We tried to put a navigational bearing into our GPS, but it wanted to take us back through Wellington, Linghorn Creek and Pallant to get to Point Sturt. So we quickly abandoned that path because we're in a bloody boat. We're now in the lee of Point Sturt. Coming up, there's one of the islands out there. We're heading along here. We're heading for Clayton at the moment, and a few minutes and we'll get into Clayton. A lot calmer water here, Jack, isn't it, mate? Point Sturt's looking nice and green. They've had a bit of water out there, had a bit of rain. Passing one of the rocky outcrops, heading for Clayton. And Clayton is just up here. Little shack area. Clayton Bay. Motoring along here. A bit of a poke round, a bit of a look round. Got the little yacht marina up here. Coming down into Goolwa. We made our way safely across the lake and through all the little muddy islands. The big Hindmarsh Island bridge up ahead. We've got 9 metres of water at last after a bit of shallow sections back there. Some nice boats in there. Have a look at that. That'd suit you, Jack, wouldn't it, mate? Go on there. Kevin should be still coming up behind us. There he is. Coming up into Goolwa. Shepherded us all across the lake, which is all good. We've made it. There's some nice lake boats here. Not too many houseboats here. Too choppy across the lake. There's a nice river boat there. Nice classic one there, eh? She'll do us. It's not bad, is it? And we got a strange looking craft up here. It's a lake going houseboat. Have a look at that. The Qui Sierra. That's not bad, is it? They have some of the biggest pelicans down here. Must be to do with the diet of fish. Put some more boats along here. I made a mistake a minute ago. That boat wasn't called the Quay Sierra. It was K Sierra, you wally. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Perhaps it's getting to me. There's the old spirit of the Coorong there. There's the old man of the sea coming out of the old fisherman there with his white hair and his white beard. He's going quite well. It's called the Captain Sturt Marina. Well, there you go. There you go. Up ahead we got the Hindmarsh Island Bridge. Yes, the developers got their bridge eventually, didn't they? Took a while though, took a while. Of course, before the bridge they had the ferry at Goolwa, and she's now been retired. All the many times we've been across that, eh? Now we got this flash big concrete bridge. He's got some little hieroglyphics, frog dreaming, painted all over it. We've got a where's it? Oh, it's tomato steaks. They're all tomato steaks for Mr. Merton. We've got Hector's cafe on the wharf. G'day! On the wharf there, they're having their morning tea. Might be afternoon delight. We don't know what they're having up there. And we've got the boarding station for the Port of River Goolwa there. And we've got the old Oscar W. The old man of the sea, the old Oscar W. Got a good load of wood up there for you, Macca. You do a bit of sanding at the moment. You're doing her up a bit. She came down on the Source to Sea, old Oscar W, one of the old original paddle steamers. Looks very nice, very, very nice. Jim's now readying Rin Tin Tin for our final leg on this trip from the barrage at Goolwa to the Murray Mouth. We're now in Rin Tin Tin, Jim's driving, and we're coming up to the Goolwa barrage. It was getting a bit shallow for Lollipop. Well, if it's getting a bit shallow for Lollipop, it'll be shallow for him too, but he probably knows the channel, we don't. In hindsight, we could have taken Lollipop if we followed him, but we didn't have that chance when he was coming along.
I'm going to try and lean back and get those bugs out, but I don't think I will.
Hindmarsh Island in front of the Murray Mouth, and we've got a few dredges over there. The dredges up there, and there's the Murray Mouth just up beyond there.
Well, here we are at the Murray Mouth. The intrepid explorer put Lollipop in at Mildura, and he's come all the way down to the barrages. But then he wanted Rin Tin Tin to be part of this great expedition called the Chain of Ponds. So here we are at the Murray Mouth. We put Rin Tin Tin at the barrages and we've come down to the Murray Mouth. This is where the river meets the sea.
Just up there. And we'll go out there and have a look in a minute, but we've got a few dredges here. We have to dodge the dredges here, Jim.
I reckon there's some blokes working down here. I might go down and talk to them. if these are fishermen over here or whether they're something to do with the...
Well, Jim, it doesn't look as if I'm going to get to stand in the Murray mouth. It's the closest we're going to get. We've got the dredge over there, and we've got a few fishermen over here. Well, the Intrepid Explorer, we've got to the Murray mouth. We've come all the way down from Mildura. We've hit snags. We've done a lot of things, haven't we, Jim? We've been rained on mainly, but have a look at the weather, Jim. What do you reckon? I reckon we haven't had a sunny day in 15 days. We've been rained on. We've had mist in the morning. We've had many bonfires. We've got many bonfires. Here we are. We'll end this at the Murray mouth, and we'll go out and find a camp tonight and see how we go. Catch you later on. There was quite a bit of water when Jim and Rin Tin Tin and myself went through. So I found the deep water now. I found the deep water channel. I might have a crack at it in Lollipop. I can only turn back when it gets too shallow. So we'll see how we go in Lollipop. But I wouldn't have attempted this without Rin Tin Tin leading the way. See how we go. We'll go into the lock. Right, we just went through the lock and the old 60's now sucking salt water. There she is. I tell you what, I reckon she's got a bit more pepper in salt water too. She floats a bit higher, I reckon. I don't know, it might just be me. Well, we're coming up to the same spot we were in the tinny. It still looks the same. Nice lot of shacks along here, Jack. I reckon you'd enjoy one of these, eh? We reckon that over there is a sand pump. It's pumping sand from this machine up here. So it's pumping sand actually away from the Murray mouth and dumping it down further. They got some little balloons in the water over there, so we can't get too close. Out there we've got a few fishermen. And if I zoom in over here, we can finally see the sea. The surf coming in over there. So there we are, we've finally made it to the mouth of the River Murray, which is just through just through up there. That's good, isn't it? That's not bad, is it? Pity about the overcast weather, but we can't have everything. We can't have everything, can we? We've got a few tourists over there, and got another sand pumping machine over there. But dead ahead of us is sand, and there's, if we have a look over here, Mick, see that? See that, Mick? Hunters and collectors, mate. Hunters and collectors. We've got some fishermen out there fishing on the bank. And quite amazingly, just in front of us here, we got sand, and we're in 3 metres of water, shoaling very fast. So we'll have to turn the steering wheel. And out there, this is incredible. Have a look at this. Do you see what I see? A full drive driving along the sand. Isn't that marvellous? Yeah, we got less than that. We got a couple. Oh, geez, a very popular fishing spot here, eh? Very popular. Anyway, there we are. We've got our hat. We'll put our hat on so we can look at ourselves. We're there we are. We are at Lollipop, out to the Murray mouth, all the way from Mildura. Isn't that marvellous? Isn't that marvellous? Have a look at that. See the surf running out there? That's bloody beautiful. Bloody beautiful. The man at the barrage had his lunch at 12:45. I got there at 12:46 and he was at lunch, so I have to wait an hour and a half. Anyway, I thought I might like to give you a rest without the motor running. Sounds a lot better without the motor running, doesn't it? Here's the barrage at Goolwa, separating the fresh water, which is upstream, to the seawater. We're in seawater now. Lots of penguins down here. They all look fairly well fed too. They're all gathered in the area here, and I reckon they feed on the fish. When they come out the fresh water, they suffer a bit of hypertension when they get into the seawater. The old pelicans have a bit of a feed. It's not bad, is it? Only about 75 centimetres water in the level of the fresh water and the level of the seawater. There we go. That's the difference in level between the Murray system, or the lake, and the sea. It's high tide at the moment. It's coming up to high tide. So the sea's fairly high at the moment, but it does drop another metre from that, so the level at that stage would be quite significant. Oh my, some of these pelicans are big, aren't they? I mean, I've seen some big pelicans, but these are the biggest pelicans. They must get a lot of tucker. There's the lock. Oh, there's Jim up there. Hello, Jim. How you going, mate? There's Jim and Macca walking along, and Jim's been good today. He got his red tin in, and we went out and we went out to the mouth and checked her all out, and we decided there's so many. Have a look at the pelicans, a whole flock of them, flocking pelicans. Flocking pelicans all over the place. Back to Goolwa, and then we're going to go along to Clayton and camp tonight at Clayton. There's the big bridge, and the kind of water alarm just gone off. Don't know why that is. Oh, well. You have to keep a good eye out along here. It's a bit like Rundle Mall at the moment. We put her back on the trailer for the last time.
We put it in at Mildura, and we've been down to the Murray mouth, and we're now pulling Rin Tin Tin out. She's done an epic journey right down the River Murray.
What's the name of this boat, Jim?
Lollipop. Sorry about that. I'm just getting a bit of credit for my boat.
We got the swag all tidied up for the first time. This is the tidiest you've ever seen the boat, by the way, isn't it? Bloody beautiful. Look, she's all strapped down. She's got more Ockie straps than the Ockies had straps. We come down. Oh. Got the old Mercury here. Not making any bloody noise anymore, thank Christ for that. Got her all strapped up there, ready to go, Maury. Oh, Lollipop, eh? Old lollipop. What do you reckon, Jim? Been all right, is it?
We had a really good trip. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video, and we saw lots of places and lots of people, and it was a really good, enjoyable time, and we had much pleasure in supporting the Intrepid Explorer.
And we had a good run, and Jim and Macca helped us out a fair bit, especially at Lock 9 and 7.
Oh, that was rough. Wet and slippery and sliding.
Yeah. Anyway, we got lots of fluffy toys for you, so we'll see how we go, and we'll see you next time we're on the road, eh?